What's up, fellas? Got a loyal patron support. You know what? I hadn't done the head nod, but I'm gonna have to do the head nod for this one. Guys, got a loyal patron supporter that want me to talk about the rules that you can break in a relationship. All right, basically he's a purple pill guy. And is there any rules, AMS, that I can just mend just a little bit? You know, just bend it just a little bit. Guys, there is, but let me do a little preface before I get into it, right? The rules that I set for you guys to follow is because they're geared towards keeping a woman to respect you, okay? But I do want to make sure you guys know that there are women out there who do appreciate you being nice and treating them well and not having them have to wonder all the time and shit. There are a small percentage, I would say no more than 10 to 15%. The average woman, guys, if they get too much assurance, too much certainty, all right, they lose attraction, they can become disrespectful, all this type of bullshit. You know, I kind of put this to guys, it's like this, right? You know how you guys, you interact with some men and you can be cool and playful, and you're not too playful, but you know, kick it with some dudes and they can respect, they say, man, hey, John's a nice guy. But then there's other assholes that you do that shit with and they take it for weakness, right? And so you have to act accordingly. You can't just treat every guy like he's an asshole. There are some good people out there that you can be a good guy to. You don't have to hold a masculine frame with them. You always have to have some sort of masculine frame, right? Because then if you don't got some sort of masculine frame, it's just not a likable personality, right? If you kind of like too playful, nobody's going to like you, right? So, you know, the best personality is to be someone who got like a good balance of it, right? Too much masculine frame, you get on people's nerves because you just too standoffish, and not enough masculine frame, people, that motherfucker play too damn much, you get on my fucking nerves, right? Y'all see those guys like that. They good guys and they like to joke around all the time, but they get on you every time you see them, like, oh Lord, there he go. You know, talk too much, play too damn much. But anyway, there are some people out there who can appreciate, you know, a person that has a good heart. So there are women out there that you don't have to make them wonder and, you know, make sure you're providing uncertainty all the time. There's some women out there you can provide certainty for and they can respect it. Okay, so I just want to put that out there, guys, before I get into this, that y'all have to take this on a case-by-case basis with the women, all right? And so let me get into this. Number one, guys, initiating contact. Now, this is a guy that's been in a relationship, obviously, for a very long time. And so he just wondering, maybe the girl said something about it, all right? And so he just wondering, AMS, you know, is it okay if I initiate contact first sometimes? My thinking on this, guys, I only initiate contact if I got something to say. This got nothing to do with some strategies and no bullshit like that. I just don't talk. I don't text nobody unless I got something to say. I had somebody ask me, hey man, when the last time you heard from such and such? And I said I hadn't heard from him in a while because I don't just text guys unless, you know, I want to hang out or I got something to say. I don't call guys, hey man, what's going on? What you got going on? I don't do that. If I got something, hey man, you know, I want to go out Friday night or Saturday night or something like that. Hey, I hit you up. Hey man, you free Saturday? But just to chit chat, I don't do that. I'm not going to hit a homeboy up or hit a girl up to chit chat. If I got something I need to say, then I'll hit you up. If I don't, you won't hear from me. All right. If I want to hang out, I hit you up. But I don't just call people to shoot the breeze. That's not what I do. So if you want to initiate, I prefer you only do it if, you know, once the attachment is built and y'all been together a while and stuff like this, if you got something to say. But if you don't and your girl is just bitching about it, you can do it, you know, reach out and initiate. What I tell you guys is if you see her change, and what I've seen from women, guys, now it's like I said, it's a small percentage that this don't apply to. What I've seen from women, man, is that their interest is geared towards their emotions and missing you. Like, I wish women weren't like that, guys. I wish I could wake up every day and tell a woman I love her, when I wake up in the morning and tell I love before I go to bed, and that actually increased her attraction. But we know that's not how it works. We know that turns women off. So in the perfect world, I wish we can provide women assurances and stuff like this and their attraction grows. But from what I've seen, the majority of women, it doesn't. The majority of women, it gives the ick. That's what I've seen. The ick is basically when a woman is losing attraction, right? All right, you grossing her out, right? So that's what I've seen. So what happens is when you call a woman or you text a woman and she don't have to wonder about you no more, all of a sudden your text message become like, oh, it's John again. What do he want? Hey, babe, just check to see how you doing. Now you become annoying. You see, guys? And so that's what I've seen. But if you want to do it, I say, hey, nobody ever died from initiating, contact with their girl first. What I say is if you see any change in her behavior or her attraction, then you stop it. That's how I tell you. Then you stop it. What you see, guys, is when you start texting women and stuff like this, what you see is her messages get shorter and longer to respond. You take 2-3 hours. You don't get the priority. That's what I've seen. Guys, I wish women wasn't like that. I really wish it wasn't like that. I wish you could call a woman 3 times a day and her attraction grows. That'll be much easier than trying to find the perfect balance on initiating. But this is women and their emotions and shit like that, and playing with, you have to engage their emotions. And if they're not engaging their emotions, they lose attraction to you. It's just the way women are wired, guys. Next, guys, seeing each other more than twice a week. Now, if you want to do 3, like I tell you guys, everything on here, I'm telling you guys, I wish you just keep it to my rules because I've seen that maintain attraction. I told y'all guys about the girl I dated that worked at the gym. Now, she worked at the gym. We didn't live together. This when I was living with my sister. The girl came and seen me every day, and we never had no problems. We only had an issue. I told you guys when I seen her up there talking to somebody at the desk where I thought was disrespectful for too long, right? It was a long time. And I said something to her about it, and she said something smart and walked off, and I, just like stopped talking to her, right? And so that ended our thing right there, right? But the point being was she used to, and no, I don't consider that no heartbreak because I ain't care about her like that. I liked her, but heartbreak is somebody you attached, you love. I didn't love her, I liked her, but that wasn't a heartbreak. So for all you guys wondering, he didn't tell us about this in the heartbreak. That wasn't a heartbreak. All right. My balls was achy a little bit. Yeah, my balls were a little achy, but that ain't heartbreak. Let's not get carried away. I didn't lose no sleep that night when we stopped talking. I was fine. But the point being was I saw her every day when she used to get off work, go home, take a shower, come over there and spend the night with me and go to work. Every day, 7 days a week. And we never had no lose of attraction or nothing like that. The point why I'm trying to tell you is that it is possible that you can see a girl every day. Now, I understand, like I told you guys, if you live with a woman, this might be the similar situation. What I'm telling you with her was, we would spend the evening. This wasn't no situation when we would come in and wind down. No, we would spend time. We would go to Blockbuster and we would get us some movies. That's what we would do. That was the thing. We would go to Blockbuster. We would get us like 3 or 4 movies or whatever it was. And then we would watch those and then we would return up. That was our thing, right? Because we didn't have all the channels and all the shit we got today right now. Obviously, we wouldn't have to do that now. You got 35,000 channels, HBO, Max, it's just ridiculous. Netflix, Pluto, that means ridiculous, right? But at that time, you went to Blockbuster to get movies all the time. That was the thing, right? And so I never saw no change in her behavior. So it is possible. What I'm gonna tell y'all guys is what I've seen is when you give a woman that space and you don't see her like that, what happens is y'all give each other that space to where y'all ways don't start to irritate people, right? So like say me and you were roommates. Well, there's some ways, the way you chew your food, the way you sit in the chair, eventually, if I see you enough, your ways would just get on my fucking nerves, right? We all got our ways. We all got our particular way we do shit, right? The way you make your bed. I'm like, I hate that motherfucker can't make a bed for shit. Like just, so like when you hang with a girl too much, what happens is your ways start to give her the ick. Now, when it's only 2 days, your particular ways, you don't give her the ick or start to irritate her, right? Because it's 2 days and you missing, and now the way you make the bed is so cute. And I always make the bed just like my little nephew. But when I see it all every fucking day, it's like this motherfucker is the stupidest. Who makes a bed that way? That's because I see it every day. That's what I've seen, guys. So I'm just putting that out there. You can try it, but if you see like you start to irritate her, like that's what happens when you see somebody too much. Your ways just irritate. You don't even make the bed bad. This is why it's so hard for married couples and stuff to get along. It's just your ways, the way you do something, the way you breathe out, the way you turn the toilet paper upside down instead of inside out, whatever the fuck up. It's just your ways. All right. So that's why I prefer you to 2 days a week, but you can try more. If you see any change, then pull it back to 2. Like I can't hardly see no more, goddamn. I got to pull this goddamn thing. All right, guys. So y'all wondering like, what the hell going on? AMS, I can't see no goddamn more. All right, next, guys, male friends. I might have to start doing these motherfuckers with my glasses. I don't want to do them if I ain't got my suit. I don't want to wear my glasses. I ain't got no suit on. It's just like me wearing my necklace. If I ain't got no clothes, I don't want to wear no necklace. I don't want to wear my glasses looking dusty. All right, male friends. Now, unfortunately, guys, there are some women who don't have female friends, or they just not good at making female friends, right? They just don't get along with women for whatever reason, right? Or maybe they got 1 or 2 female friends, but they in a relationship and they really ain't got time like that. And so you might be in a situation where a girl has a male friend because she either don't have female friends or they just doing their own thing. They don't really got time for her, right? Now, here's the thing. Just understand that if you're dealing with a woman who doesn't have female friends and you like, no, you can't have male friends, guess who gets to hear all her baggage? That's right, pal. You get to hear all that trash. So just understand that is a catch to that. That if a woman don't have female friends and you say she can't have no female friends, then boy, you get to hear a whole lot of emotional baggage, all right? So just understand that the male friends can be there to deload some of that bullshit from you. You still gonna have to hear some of it. She can have 1,000 female friends. You gonna have to get a little taste of it, right? She gonna have to give you a little bit of taste of it, but you won't have to get as much, okay? Now, typically, guys, this is just going to be about the male friends. You get a good, like you can have some male friends who have just accepted it. I ain't got a chance. And typically, if you see these type of this male and female interacting with each other, what you see is the guy isn't even trying to have a seductive frame or nothing. He just really has accepted. I ain't got a chance, but I got a good friend. I'm not her type. I seen her type. She like tall and buff, and I'm fat and short. He know what it is, right? He know. He done seen all her boyfriends. All her boyfriends look like Brad Pitt, and I look like Danny DeVito. It ain't happening. He has accepted it, all right? And so in that situation where you see the guy, then you could just know he accepted it years before you even came into the picture. He knew 10 years before you even came to the picture. I ain't got a chance. I ain't got a chance, but at least I have a pretty friend to kick it with, right? And he just accepted it, right? So in that situation, or maybe he hasn't accepted it, and you just know, dude, you ain't got a chance. Yeah. Look at me and look at you. Yeah, you don't got a chance, Playboy. So it could be a situation where you don't consider him a threat because of what he is. Now, some dude coming in there all jacked up with a seductive frame, you know what? I might just have to pay for some therapy sessions for her because you ain't gonna work out, playboy. Yeah, we ain't got no spot at the kitchen table for you. Yeah, well, but it's been nice knowing you, man. I hope you make some good friends. Get your ass on up out of here, playboy. Yeah, we don't all that coming up here with all that seductive frame bullshit. Yeah, we good. We're good. I get her some therapy sessions. Yeah, matter of fact, I think I'm gonna put on my insurance, and then she can go see the therapist, and they can talk all they want to. But you ain't gonna be here. Yeah. So in that situation, guys, you can do it if you really like trust the dude, all right, or trust your woman in that situation, especially if you know she don't got female friends. Now, I'm older, so I date older women than you guys. So the women typically, guys, when y'all guys will see when y'all start dating women over 30, what y'all typically see is these grown ass women, they got female friends who are married, who, you know, ain't got to. So basically what I'm saying is, what you'll see from a lot of older women is they don't really have girlfriends like that, no way. All right, they kind of done learned to, I ain't saying they don't have girlfriends, but I'm saying they ain't as dependent upon girlfriends. It's like once you get a certain age as a woman, you don't need such a big support group, if that makes sense, right? So that's what I'm saying. That you say, I'm not saying they don't have girlfriends now, because you can go to any old goddamn spot where old people go and you'll see 4, 5 hags, 50 years old, 60 years old, still not hanging out. So I ain't gonna sit up here like older women don't got friends, right? You know, they do, but I'm just saying they ain't as dependent as the 21, 22, 23-year-old girls. All right, I don't date those. That's way too young for me. I have no idea how older men date that young. Not that young. For me, like, I think 28 is young. I have no idea, but it is men do it, but that's just too young for me. All right, but anyway, let's move along, guys. But like I said, that's if you trust it, okay? Next, guys, answering the phone around me. Now, here's the thing. Now, what can happen is, and I don't know if y'all guys ever encountered this, what a lot of the women that I've dated, especially recently, and I don't know if this is a women over 30 thing or something like this, they be on these group chats on their phone, and it'll be in a chat, and it'll be 10 women, aunties, mamas, cousins, sisters, co-workers, and it'll be 10 of them on one chat. And the phone just beep, 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 and they all just chatting. A lot of the women I fuck with have had been those damn chats. And I'm like, who the hell that is? And it be them, it be the cousin texting, they like be in the chat just all talking to each other. And the phone, every time one of them send in that chat, the phone beep like she getting a text, but it's not a text, it's somebody in the chat talking. I say, turn that goddamn phone off. I don't say it like that, guys, but y'all guys get what I'm saying. But they turn that shit off. The phone, beep, 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 beep. Turn that shit off. They just in the chat, just, yeah, you seen that? I'm watching American Idol. I'm watching Married at First Sight. I'm just like, man, you don't turn that shit off. So what you will see in some situations, guys, is women will be in these chats and you might have to tell her to turn that motherfucker off because it won't stop. Literally, like sometimes if you don't tell your woman that's in one of these chats to turn that shit, the phone would just keep, especially like when something they want to watch is on, like whatever the popping show they all be into or something, that they just be blowing the fucking chat up. It's like Facebook group through a text message. So in that situation, guys, if your woman is one of those people that get a lot of work emails, or she's in one of these several of these group chats or work chats and all this other type of shit, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend you do tell her to turn that motherfucker off. Okay, guys? So another thing too, guys, when she can turn her phone off. Now this don't really go on for a monogamous relationship. I'm red pill. So all my girls could turn their phone off because I have my phone off because they don't need to hear my other bitches calling me. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to hear that. Now, when I'm on a date with a new prospect, I purposely leave it on because I know it works for me. All right? Man, I be hoping, I be sitting on the phone. Somebody call. Shit. Somebody call. I don't want to look like a loser. Somebody call. You know, I ain't gonna answer it, but somebody call. You know what I'm saying? I actually be hoping because I know she probably figures it's another girl, and it is. But maybe if you suck it good enough, maybe I'll fit you in. See, you got to understand that competition works for you when a girl is trying to get in your rotation. All right. When you are dating a girl, even though y'all are not monogamous, it can ruin the mood. Who is that? Oh, nobody. What you'll see is it don't work for you. It kind of ruins the mood a little bit because then she feel like it's a girl, and then she's like, well, I thought we was, she don't say it, but she's thinking it, like I thought we was moving somewhere, but he's still fucking with a girl. It's a mood killer, okay, guys? But for a monogamous relationship, yes. Now, what I will say, just make sure you don't see any change in behavior. This is all according to, sometimes you can see something like the star coming home late from work, or like her story star not matching up and shit like that. In that situation like that, then that might be different. But as long as you don't see no change in behavior or something that seems a little sneaky or out of place, especially if she, let's hypothetically say she ain't in one of those group chat. Sometimes you have a girl that's just like close-knit family and friends, right? Well, they ain't in a group chat, but her phone could just, she got cousins and sisters, and maybe she got a couple kids or whatever, right? A lot of coworkers. Well, it's not in a group chat, but she's just like they close-knit. Like, I don't have those issues. Y'all guys know I'm not close with my family, and I don't have a lot of friends. But there are some people, man, who are, especially women, because women need more support, right? Women like more emotional support, right? So they need friends and have, talk to a bunch of people and stuff like that. Just they need that bond, right? Men, we kind of could be like lone wolves or have a very small circle. Women, like they like the more the merrier, right? I'm sure y'all want to know how bad women is. Women are like, I want to fuck you because you got a big social circle. That's how. We don't think like, we don't see the girl like, oh man, I want to fuck her because she got a lot of friends. Women think like, hey, he got a lot of friends, and so I'll be good and I can expand my network if I hang with him. That's how women think. So that's how much, socializing and stuff like that is to women. So if you have these women who phone and have a lot of friends and stuff calling their phone and stuff like that, you might say, hey, turn that motherfucker off. All right, guys. And lastly, guys, can't hardly read. Okay, initiating contact after a breakup. All right, first after a breakup. Now, this is only if you know you were wrong. You got caught cheating. You call her a dirty, funky bitch. You said you was mad, y'all was in an argument, and you said that's why your mama dead. Sometimes you can earn a breakup, right? You was accusing her of sucking her boss's dick every day, and she got tired of it. So there are situations, guys, where you can earn Judge Mathis, right? He was neglecting his wife. He knew he was neglecting his wife. He was working too much, and he went and got his wife back, and now they back together, all right? What I would tell you guys is in that situation there, that more than likely, the average woman is going to lose respect for you. She's going to try to emasculate you. So what I would tell you is you can try it because really you ain't got nothing to lose. If you really think about it, well, she could call you back in a couple weeks and suck a whole lot of dick. But let's just assume you just know. Sometimes your gut just tell you, man, she done. You know when she done. Like I told y'all about the girl that I was too insecure with that left me because I was too insecure and I was accusing her of shit in my early 20s. Like I knew she was done. You could just tell you done stress somebody out too much, and you could just tell like that girl fine as hell. Why she got to put up this bullshit, right? You could just tell when somebody done, right? So you know when she done. You ain't missing no blowjob. You don't get no blowjob. You know she gone, right? So in that situation, you really ain't got nothing to lose. If you get her back and she start trying to take advantage of you, then you just break up with her. You just say, okay, I'm not finna be with a tyrant. She taking my kindness for weakness. I'm not gonna tolerate that shit, right? So at the end of the day, if you call a girl back who broke up with you and you know she was done, right? There's some women you could break up with. Y'all could break up, have a mutual breakup, and you don't initiate. You give her 2, 3, 4 weeks. She hit you back. She got to suck a whole lot of dick and lick a whole lot of balls, and y'all live happily ever after, right? That happens. But there are small times where she's done. She's emotionally drained, and there's nothing. You could wait 3 years and she ain't gonna call you back. So in that situation, you're like, hey, what do I got to lose? You know, I ran her away. I was the one accusing her of sucking her boss dick. So if, you know, I should be the one to have to apologize. And you know what? Okay, fine. I don't have no problem. It ain't something I'm gonna do because I had a bad experience with that bullshit, right? It ain't something I'm gonna do because from my experience, women take advantage of that and she gonna make you wear pantyhose. But if you want to say, hey man, I fucked up, fine. You do it, you see any change behavior, you pull the plug and you say AMS was right. I can tell you right now, there are some women, if you ask me to bet, I will bet you Judge Mathis' wife is not disrespecting him. I bet you she's not. He was neglecting his wife, working. Guys, you got to have balance with that shit. I've been in a relationship before where I was with a girl who was working a full-time job, working at the club on the weekend, and going to school in the evening times. I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck you trying to be president of the United States. Listen, if I gotta be lonely, if I gotta sit here and be lonely, then what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point to being in a relationship? I'm glad you're accomplishing all your goals, but at the end of the day, we're in a relationship that requires that I get some time. So I'm happy you grinding, but you know, unless you can tell me this is like a 6-month thing, okay, I can put up with it for a year. But I don't have to deal with this shit for 4 years. Guys, she was just getting in nursing school. Well, I'm gonna deal with this shit for 4 years? You crazy as hell. So the point what I'm trying to tell you guys is that you can get your woman back. And there are some women who will appreciate that and say, hey, he see what he did wrong. So let's see where we can go from here. But I'm just going to tell you, an overwhelming majority of women are going to make you wear their pantyhose. So if you see it, pull the plug. All right, guys. So listen, none of this shit I said, I recommend. All this is a trial basis by the woman. I would prefer you guys stick to what I previously told you guys. But if you just want, if you're in a relationship, you're a relationship guy, and you want to just see if, hey, she the type of woman to, you gotta always make her engage her emotions and stuff like that, and you just want to give it a try, you can give it a try, but just be aware of what I told you. You see any change, you pull the fucking plug and go back to your regularly scheduled program. All right, guys, I'll get back with you guys later.